Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading. Today, market is up about 1.5% there. On the S&P Nasdaq made a move about 3% positive along the semiconductor Dow, Russell 2000, transport banks. All these guys are up about 1.5%. Energy is the only sector printing a negative number today, close to 3% negative. Biotech made a move. Healthcare, home builders, utility, emerging market, these guys are up a little bit. Retail made a move about 3% positive there. Bitcoin, gold, silver miners are up a little bit. Except that miners are down about 1.3%. Dollar up, oil down, treasury bond up. VIX is down about 9% there. Let's do it. S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is where we closed yesterday, and that looks like we actually gapped up this morning here. So you can see we saw that gap up and back above my micro-term moving average there. A little bit of fluctuation on the first hour, right on the resistance level. The buyers were able to kind of hold that gap. So that gap area did act as support on the second hour, as you can see that lower wick there. And with that, bulls were able to kind of thrust themselves back up to that level, that previous swing high right here at 412. Once we got above that on the third hour, we've been rallying all throughout the day. Fourth hour, fifth hour, last hour, you can see a little bit of shooting star candle there. So it's a bullish day. You can see every single sectors are up. Notably, some of these sectors are up close to 3%. But is this enough though? I mean, are the bulls running on empty at this point? A longer term view of this market and kind of trying to figure out where we're at overall. So you can see this is what we're working with here. So we've been tracking and following this rising pivot. So that's the level where we did find support, prior resistance acting as new support right there. That's where we saw the gap, but we're back above my micro term moving average as of today. Obviously my short term is rising, my mid term is rising. Keep in mind though, since this entire downturn, this is the first time where my midterm moving average is rising about, you can see it started right about here, about July, so about a month, a little over a month, right? The last time we did see any kind of rise on that midterm was during this term right here, and that was only about, you can see about 2 weeks, about little less than 2 weeks right here. See, this is the only time. So there wasn't enough the momentum to gather. What we do find is that my midterm moving average has been rising over a month. This is the first time we're witnessing this since the decline, since the early part of this year. That's probably why I think recent turn up is probably the best turn up where we are witnessing, again, since the decline early part of this year, right? And this way it has some legs. You can see how the buyers were able to kind of cultivate higher lows and higher highs. But in the midterm of things, as you can see, this 417 area is very, very important level. That's the previous swing high. Bulls must reclaim 417 if they truly want to see a trend reversing back to bullish. Because in the midterm, if we cannot get above 417, reclaim, and not only has to reclaim 417, because there sometimes could be a head fake and all kinds of shenanigans can occur, right? Just because it gets right slightly above it, that's not going to be a whole lot. What it really needs to do to really confirm this cultivation of getting above 417 to reclaim that, honestly, I really think it needs to get up here at 428, need to get up and fill this gap, come back down, retest, or make its higher low, and then gap back up to create that higher high. If we see something like that, that will be probably the ultimate confirmation. Obviously, there's no real true confirmation in the market because none of us can see the future, but we'll have a very, very high probability that this market is reversing back up, trend is reversing, getting ready to resume with the primary term uptrend, right? So should there be any kind of decline going into tomorrow, 412, 410 are the levels. We still have the rising pivot there. And for bulls, they really need to get up and get above that 417. Let's check out that oscillator. See if you can extract any more information. So here's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. There are a few things we need to talk about. First of all, that oscillator did see a cross back. So that's a premature cross. Bears really needed to bring it down all the way. You can see Bears been pretty sloppy here last couple or several weeks. They failed to bring that oscillator all the way to the bottom of its band. I tweeted this out earlier, probably like several weeks or a couple weeks or something like that, that this is showing weakness, right? The Bears are not able to bring that oscillator all the way to the bottom of its band. However, you can see buyers been bringing that oscillator all the way to the top of its band. That's why we've been seeing strength on the buyer side, the bullish side, right? You can see these higher lows because bears are failing to bring that oscillator, and you can see there's a lot of space here. So when the bulls realize they're getting overbought, they're getting tired, they need to create that space by correcting through time right here for a couple of days or so, and they gapped it up today and continue to make new highs here in the short term. And with that, my oscillator C did see that cross up. Here's a couple of things though. We do have a space here, meaning bulls still have energy left because they rested here. They do have energy left to bring it up for another day. So they choose to utilize this, right? That means they can potentially get up one more day and get above 417. But here's some negative news. Should there be decline from here, let's say bears bring it down, I don't know, maybe the micro term about 411 or so, maybe 410. If this thing starts curling down from here in this vicinity, that's gonna cause a bearish divergence, because you can see that price is already elevated and made new highs here, but the oscillator still in the vicinity of potentially a lower high if we do see the cross back down. So this is kind of the situation where bulls need to make a move very, very quickly, first 2 hours of tomorrow morning, or things can get kind of hectic here. We can go back down to about 410. Bears might want to retest that gap up area, and that's kind of the sentiment we're dealing with. I'm gonna come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening block trade tomorrow.